which is fine. We're going to go ahead and work with some different mediums combined with the unicorn spit today, because I still want my trees. What I'm going for is something along the lines of what they see when they first look at the Hamsa, right? The trees that are in there. And then when they open it up, they see this somehow. But I still want trees. Yes. Yes, I do. I want it all. So I don't want to mess up the back. And so what I'm doing is I've got these Dollar Tree covers, and they're just little bowl covers. And if you're working on a really big treasure box like that Atlantis one, then a regular shower cap usually does it. I don't know whose head they're fitting them for because they're huge, but that usually does the trick. So anyway, I don't know if I have a large here. It comes in 3 sizes in each box, which is great because, you know, we have different size treasure boxes that we're trying to cover and protect. So I just do this so nothing gets on the outside that I'm already done with. It just helps. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm using Floetrol as acrylic medium, basically. So you know the unicorn spit, it's going to wash off with water, right? It's reactivated with water. The Floetrol is going to seal that. It's not going to allow it to be reactivated with water, okay? So I've already sprayed everything is sealed. So everything I add right now is going straight right on top. It should not be mixing in. So the situation I have right now is you can see all these crystals and these black rocks there. Well, they like exploded past the part where I wanted the tree. So I tried chiseling them off without hurting the box, and they are not coming off. It is like real not coming off. So I'm going to put a tree in there anyway, and then maybe some fern looking stuff or something in front of those rocks, because I just really want to continue with that tree feeling in here somehow. So my Floetrol, I just put in the center of this so I can dip different colors of unicorn spit in there. So I'll start with just my plain white Ning, is what it's called, unicorn spit, and you shake it up really well. Artist Live, hey friend. Oh, thank you, Herbert. 5 Bagel Man, I love it. Shake it up really well, put it on your little palette anywhere you want. These are jasmine and lemongrass scented natural oils, and then just twist it down and dip it in your water and then wipe it, and that way it doesn't clog or anything like that. So they are reactivated with water, which is a good thing because you can continue to work on a piece as long as you haven't sealed it. When you seal it, like is what I've done here, I'm going to continue to work on the piece as long as I want to because you can paint on it, then seal it, then paint on it, then seal it. It's fabulous, absolutely fabulous to do in layers. So here is the Midnight's Blackness. These are super, super concentrated, you all. You can water it down so much and still stain wood with all sorts of beautiful, vibrant colors. So it's so fun to do fairy wood pieces and stuff like this. Okay, so there's that. And then I want to add some Zeateal. This is my favorite color of all time. And by the way, you guys, this is, I don't know how to show you, but that is unicorn spit, the nails. So you can do your nails with regular nail polish, just like that, any base. And then use your spit to do your design. That way when you mess it up, you only just take water and take it right back off again, and then do your design again and let it dry. And then this is the magic over it. It's that Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. And what you'll do is once your unicorn spit is dry, okay, you'll take the very top part, is usually the thickest, so that's the first stripe over the top, okay, and then one down each side. That's it. Don't touch it because it'll start smearing if you keep messing with it. but it is so much more fun to do nail design art with the unicorn spit now than it was the nail polish colors, because every time I messed up, I mean, you have to take nail polish remover and take it off, and it would always ruin the underneath coat. So it's over and over. This way, your underneath base coat does not get messed up, and you can just do it over and over again as much as you want until your design is good. And Sherry asked, my sis asked about how I'm doing it with my left hand since I'm a right-hander. But what I do is, it's just dots. I take the smallest dotting tool I have. Yeah, this is an extra, you guys. Do your nails. But take the smallest end of a dotting tool that you have and then just do dots. And you can design the easiest little S seahorse shape, and trust me, people will recognize it. And then just dot up some seagrass, maybe in a different color, maybe the same color, it doesn't matter. And then wait for it to dry. Do your Sally Henson Insta-Dry top coat, and you're done. So fun, so easy. So I hope you guys try it. There's a lot of people that have kept asking about it, so I thought I'd do this and maybe get a clip so they can watch it. Anyway, okay, back to painting. So I have my Midnight's Blackness, my whitening, and I got some Floetrol in the middle. I'm going to add a little bit of the squirrel color, and I'm just going to see what kind of tree I can get. Now, I like painting loosely, just the idea of a tree, which is fabulous for unicorn spit and Floetrol combination, because that's just beautiful. But when you do the ideas of something, sometimes it's easier to get the point across if the idea, say a tree, is in green, right? The leaves. And the bark would be brown, because it's easier for the mind to recognize. But I really don't want green and brown in here, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. I threw some brown squirrel in just in case. But I'm going to also add my favorite color, Zeoteal, and also some Blue Thunder, because those are also beautiful colors. And I'm kind of looking for a smoky, blackish blue with some brown. And then we're going to add some, okay, like I've got this glitter opal medium, okay? And you can take your unicorn spit. You don't have to do it just straight, but you can. But that is like super shiny. The problem with this opal medium, when you see medium, you know that you can use it like a modeling paste or a gel, okay? And you can mix different pigments in there. Usually it's a 10% ratio. Like if I was going to put liquid in a medium, I would put 10% or less. It just keeps the medium working like it's supposed to, and you still get the color tint. So that's cool. So you can add that kind of stuff to your unicorn spit if you want. And you can add your acrylics. Basically, when you get like the heavy gel gloss, basically what it is, in case you don't know, is it's more like just getting an acrylic, but without the pigment. And this one will be really glossy. And because it says gel, it will be clear. And when they say paste, they will be white, most generally. So you're not going to be able to see through that. But you can through the clear if you make the colors nice and light. Bull Dreamer, welcome. Say unicorn spit 10 times really fast. I can't even say it. Not even going to try it. All right, so here's the Zeoteal. Now, you know I will when the camera goes off, Bold. So your stuff is going out today. She gets, just because she was so sweet and gracious when when Chunky got both things. So she gets a necklace, and it really does look like a North Carolina necklace, but Oregon has beautiful places like that too. So it might remind you of that. It's trees and water, so I guess that's everywhere. All right, so I'm just going to take my brush and dip it into the Floetrol first and into the white, because you see everything in the back is super, super dark. except for the geode. So into my white, I'm going to add a little brown. I'm just mixing it all right up here. A little black, a little blue, until something just says. That's what I do. I do like the black and the brown combination with the zeoteal, so I'm going to go with that a little bit. So what I really think I want is some roots, just something that looks like roots. And I can go over this, cover it up if it doesn't turn out nice, whatever. I'm just doing it right down here in this edge. The power of suggestion. Welcome, Sherry. Everybody is here. Thanks, guys. Okay, so the brown is not showing up as nice as I wanted it to, so I'm just going to go with a lot of straight unicorn white. I do have some Floetrol on my brush, so I'll go ahead and mix some more of that in there because I don't want it to come back up. So the Floetrol is going to let it be a little more permanent. So I should be able to go over this once it's dry and it should not pick back up again. And I'm just going to drag it straight up like this. I am trying to consider if I want this tree that we're creating right there to come up over the edges and meet that. You know what I'm saying? Like up the sides. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave it not coming up for now. Now I'm going to get into that black and Floetrol and blue combination. Give me some dark shading underneath some parts of that tree. It's hard to see. Definition. Okay. Still, I have a bluish, whitish tree. So I'm going to start using some medium. I want something that is not going to be see-through. So a gel and a paste. Gel is see-through, paste is not. So you can use this with your unicorn spit, your acrylics, your dry pigments, whatever it is you're using, you can use this. If it's liquid, use like 10% or below to mix. And my thought here is just to put it in the pile of all this color. And just squish it all in. And it doesn't have to be fully blended. I mean, if I was going to try and make it all one color, then yes. But this is tree bark, so I don't care if some is darker than others or some's mixed. Even just the white paste by itself would be kind of cool. I can always go back and paint it later. So I'm just gonna lay it in. That's already very cool. So that's the paste we're laying in for the tree. And that doesn't bother me. I do like the way it moves with the inside geode look. So, you know, it may not be a tree, it just may be some wavy looking stuff. Okay, this one that goes like this. So. All right, let's keep going with that though. I like it. And I'll put it up a little higher. See if we can connect it, make it look more like a tree before we give up on it. That this palette knife is making like automatic wood bark in that. Gosh, I wish you guys, there. You see that? Interesting stuff. You got a still picture under resin, which a lot of times it just kind of disappears. Stuff that you think is bold enough or light enough or contrast sometimes will disappear. So knowing that, I'm just going to go extra on my whites and stuff for a little while, I think. So yeah, just keep tapping along. Scoop up some of that goop, use it with your brush. and just start making branches. You know they're going to be bumpy and lots of different colors in there. It was so pretty earlier, it's just pretty much gone now. But who knows, it may be back. So, okay, this tree is going to have a branch that comes up like this over those rocks. Trying to cover up some of the rock right down there with a branch is my thought. Ooh, that's so pretty. Now look, how cool is that line right there? Just by dipping it in and just laying it down on the side and tapping, just gives you those really cool branch looking things. Oh, they're so fun to make. I could get a little carried away, seriously. So there's the top, looking like it. So I still have to address what happened on the side of this. Came up onto the side there. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a little branch over there because it deserves to have one. That's cool. Even just the idea, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just the idea, it continues. And then I'll set this box on top of it where it will line up and continue here as well. I'm just gonna go for it because I like joining the two top and bottom treasure boxes together a lot. I love that. It's just a neat look. When we first started doing treasure boxes, my sis and I pretty much focused on the outside, and then I realized that the inside needs to be resined because that's where the wear and tear is, whether they're using it for change or keys or pictures, whatever. So the inside gets resin, and it turns out so pretty when you resin the inside, you guys. It's just so pretty. So that's a given. And then the outside lid, it gets resin, especially if you're using spackling. So you get a nice, even, thick coat, and I tape it. You don't have to. You can pour it, but I tape it. So that gets resin. And then I started painting the inside lid, so now that gets resin. I don't resin the outsides of the boxes. My sis does, and it looks beautiful. But I have a hard time doing the outside of the treasure boxes and getting them to not bubble and make it really crunchy and rough. I have not figured out how to do that yet, so I don't do resin on the sides. I spray everything and then I resin the top and the insides. Just so you know, that's my process. I messed up that little loop thing. I've got to fix it, but so I'm trying to get the tree from the bottom to the top connected somehow. All right, so there's the tree as far as we can get so far. I'm going to put this glob right down here too. I just like rocks, so it could be a rock. Or just more of the tree. I'll tell you, if you haven't played with your gel mediums or pastes or anything yet, do it. It's so fun. The texture alone is just fun to play with. Now I have this is a watercolor pen or whatever, but you can put Floetrol in here or alcohol or whatever, but right now it's got water in it. So I'm just going to take this scoop off and lay it down in here. is going to start being a root. And then, yeah, that's the inside. Like that. It's going to be resined. And then this is just a random, except it goes like this. And that's the back of the treasure box. That was fun, just playing around. So, you guys, if I come back in and I think, okay, it needs a little bit more, I'll add it. But if not, I'm going to resin this puppy in the next few days because I'll let it dry really well, and then I'll just resin it because I really don't think I want it to be super defined in there. I think the idea of trees is what I want. And I can just do a thin layer of resin over it the first time and see how that goes. If I want to add more color and definition, I can always add that right into the resin, and that might be fun too. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do it live or if I'll just video it, but I'll have it up on Cape Charles Art for sure on YouTube, you guys. So if you want to see what we did, if you missed a part or whatever, go to YouTube, Cape Charles Art, and that's where I post all of the lives. I'm digging it. So when we get done with this box, y'all, I still have this one we're working on. I really like this. It's got, you know, the lighthouse and water on this side, but then the lighthouse also gives the light for the water on that. But then that water turns into a waterfall on this side. So that's the kind of stuff that in a treasure box painting is just so fun, you know, just to do random stuff. Sadly, the inside is awaiting decisions. So anyway, we'll be working on that soon on the inside. All right, you guys, well, this is it. This is as far as the tree got, and I guess it will be resined hopefully soon. Follow me on Cape Charles Art on YouTube. Subscribe. It's free. And I'm also on Facebook, Cape Charles Art as well. So I post a lot of the stuff that's going on here, there. So, and you guys, I appreciate you, the TikTok group. You're fun, you're interactive, and I love you all for it. I'm going to the post office and to FedEx right now to ship out Bold Dreamer's winnings. She gets a little necklace, and Chunky Vegan, she scored with both of the drawings. So, and Shannon, you get scraps. They're heading your way. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next Tuesday, if not before, on our random live. Thanks. Love and light.